Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you how easy it is to make 5 times your money with the WeCreat Lumos here. So we're going to start off with an item that costs less than $1. These Slate Coasters here cost literally about 85 cents. You can get them on sale pretty often, and sometimes you can get them even cheaper than that per unit here. You buy a bulk of like 45 of them for around $40 or even less sometimes, depending on the sale. With that said, we're going to be going over these Slate Coasters. I'm going to show you step by step in the software how you can create your own coaster. You're probably wondering why I'm wearing goggles today. That's because we're going to be leaving the lid open, but in your case you won't need goggles because you'll close the lid. I'm doing this just so you can see a live engraving of this process and a step-by-step walkthrough of everything from start to finish here. With that said, let's go ahead and jump into the software, and we're going to show you the very first steps on what we need to do here. So first up, what you want to do is you want to import your image, and in this case, I'm importing it already inverted for a Slate Coaster here. If I do provide this file as an option to purchase, I'll put some links down in the description below, and I'll include both the inverted and the original file. And I'll show you a trick here on how you can invert within WeCreat, make it as well. But with that said, what you want to do is you want to click Import off to the left here. Choose your file. In this case, it's going to be the word invert. That's how I have it saved currently, just as a test. And then you'll choose open. I'm going to hit cancel because I already opened it and resized it. But to resize, all you got to do is grab this corner and you can make it as big or small as you want, or you can manually type in height and width right over here on whatever size you want and whatever looks best to you. Now, with that said, what we're going to do is we're going to process this as a Slate Coaster here with the blue light on. So once you have blue light selected, you're going to go over here and choose Slate. And then this is automatically going to fill in settings for you. So the settings work pretty good already by themselves, just like this. This is what the image that you're going to see up on the screen looks like. If you want to increase the power to get it to look a little bit darker, you can increase that to probably 80 power there. And you can kind of test and see what works best for you to get even better results than this with the DPI and the dot duration. But in this example, we're going to use just the default settings here. Now, let's say your image imported the other way around where it's not inverted. What you can do is you can go to this little filters option here and click invert. So this is what the original image looks like, not inverted here. And this is what it's going to look like on our coaster after we invert. So I'm going to undo that here. And this is what we're going to engrave here. And it's going to look like that other version that I just showed you on Slate Coasters. So the reason why we do this is when you engrave a Slate Coaster, it engraves white, so it makes the black zones white, and it'll look just like that image did that I showed you a second ago. So with that said, all we need to do is put your coaster inside your machine, like this here, and then you'll align the two dots together manually, or you can click autofocus in the software. The autofocus is all the way up here on the right-hand side, and then you can click on that and make sure the two dots align. And after the two dots align, you'll click refresh on your image here, and it'll refresh and it'll show you both your Slate Coaster and the image. If you have just a white screen there, that's why. You'll have to click the refresh and it'll show you what's currently in your machine. Once you're ready and you have all of your settings selected, we're just doing the preset settings of this Slate Coaster here. You can click framing to make sure it looks good on your coaster like it does right here. Hopefully you can see that on camera. It just does a square outline of where it's going to land. After that, you can click pause to end the framing there. And then all you got to do is hit start. Once you hit start, you can click send right here. And after you click send, we're going to switch over to the original coaster that we already did because we don't need another one of these. And we're going to hit print and show you what this looks like engraving now. And there you guys have it. That is how you create a coaster with the WeCreat Lumos. If you guys are interested in the WeCreat Lumos, I'll put some links down in the description below, as well as a link to this file if you guys are interested in following along like we did here and making your very own exactly like this. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and found something useful out of it, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.